Hello everyone, this is Jake, and today we are back with another Monster Hunter World gameplay. And this is also from the beta, and yes, we are finding the barrel again, but with some different weapon. And there is some actually different twists in this gameplay, so watch out for that. And hope you guys enjoy it. So let's talk about more about this gameplay. So let's talk about the light bowgun. How is the light bowgun in this game compared to other Monster Hunter games? So the biggest change is for the older range weapon now, except the bow, that you can shoot around and move around at the same time. The bow was able to do that before. It's a heavy bowgun as well as a light bowgun. You have to kind of lock down when you're shooting, but you can actually freely move around as you shoot, so which is pretty awesome. Then it got additional move, which is dropping this mine thing by pressing a circle, and it brings us like a mine on the ground, and when the monster steps on it, it explodes and actually does pretty good amount of damage. I actually honestly haven't really utilized that feature that much, but I'm pretty sure with because I'm not much of a gunner, honestly. I'm more of the melee weapon guy. So honestly, like the gunner seems so much fun in this game that I want to get used to it more and use it more as the time passes by. For now, I'm just gonna be just trying a different weapon in the beta, and the full game when it comes out, I'm gonna be pretty much hunting down for every single different kind of weapons that I like, and bring you guys some gameplay and the hunts with it. But anyways, let's talk more about light bowgun. So light bowgun, you can choose all these different types of ammo, and then you can start shooting. You can choose whatever ammo you would like to use. Then you load it up and start shooting monsters with it, and do some massive damage. That's how you play this weapon. And if you're new to the series, honestly, I would say it's not the greatest starting weapon. If you want to have an easier time with shooting, I would say go for the bowgun. The bow. Bow is much easier to use. You just have to hold R2 and use the power shot, which is pressing another circle to activate it, and that's pretty much done. But I would say light bowgun actually in Monster Hunter World is actually, as you can see, you can move around and shoot as well. So I think it's actually pretty accessible for both ranged weapon. And honestly, ranged weapon is actually pretty good for starters as well, because you have a distance, so you can roll around as well. So it's not that hard to dodge, as well as giving you opportunity to attack from the distance. And as long as you have decent aim, you'll be able to succeed in your battle every time. And one thing I was doing here was using pure shots. If I remember from my old days where I was using heavy bowguns to use it, the pure shot was one of the best possible thing you can use in a monster, so just penetrate them all the way around to do penetration shot and do extra pierce damage and stuff. It was pretty cool. But anyways, that's pretty much it. And the beta's gonna end pretty soon, so if you guys still haven't got a chance to play this, I would say go ahead and play this beta because it's awesome. It's free for everyone as a PlayStation Plus. If you haven't played it yet, say go and try it out. And I'll be definitely bringing more gameplay for you guys in the future. So be excited for that as well. And the thing is coming up pretty soon. I'm not gonna show you guys the entire fight maybe for this one because actually, you know what? I will just stop talking in a halfway after I show the coolest part, and you guys can just enjoy the rest of the gameplay. But I think this is one of the coolest part of the Monster Hunter World, is there's this ecosystem, as they always talked about in the demos and the E3 stage infos, whatever interviews, whatever you want to call it. The other monsters roam around this map, the world they created. So it's not just set with the one monster that appear for each quest. No, there's going to be multiple types of monsters that appearing in each maps and locations, and which is really cool to see when it happens right before your eyes, before you even notice it. So this was the part where I was, what? There's a Barrot, he came here to start drinking some water, getting his stamina back, and I was going around trying to dodge his attack and started shooting him from the distance again. And honestly, this area has a lot of aesthetic into it as well. There's the water, there's the rocks, there's a lot of flowers, which is really cool. And I think, and that's this moment where I hear something, and there's something coming out from the freaking water. And there's this, cause I think it's a draw something though. Sorry for the new monsters, I haven't got all the names nailed down yet. But this fish monster, which is kind of like a Plesioth, it comes out and just jumps on the Barrot and starts shooting. I mean, start like attacking each other, and the Barrot just like smacks him. Like, look at it, just smacks him on the freaking river again, which is really cool. Like, when that happened, I was like shaking. I was like, "Is this really happening right before my eyes?" And it was lucky that they, in the past Monster Hunter game, I think what they do if the two monsters does spawn sometime, what they add is they just don't really interact with each other, and they just all get the aggro on you and they start attacking you instead of fighting each other. But in this game, they actually started fighting each other, so it was just really cool. Like all these changes they added, all the details is pretty amazing. But pretty much it, the rest of the gameplay pretty much static. Nothing too much special happens. I goop around here and there, and hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the gameplay. I will see you guys next time with the more Monster Hunter World gameplay. So, if you guys enjoy it, hope you guys enjoy the beta. Let me know what you think about the game. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.
クリアおめでとうございます。